Today we're gonna see regular verbs, and for that we have a volunteer, Jella. Hola, hola Jella. Qué guapa, muy guapa Jella. Sí, very pretty, sí, muy guapa. Vale, pues we're gonna see. This is an experiment. We're trying to do Spanish lesson, conversational, without writing. Yeah, normally we have the computer and we type and you can see the reading. But also it's important to train the ear and to train the diction and saying it out loud, that, we have more chance of doing that. Other day we'll type in, yeah? So I wanted to talk about regular verbs that we've been procrastinating this for a while. So regular verbs. Jella is a real student. She doesn't know Spanish. ¿Vale?
Barely.
Ya, así que poquito a poquito, pasito a pasito, suavecito, step by step, ¿vale? Pasito a pasito. Ah, you didn't know. Ah, yes. That's what it means. Okay, so regular verbs. I say it's very easy to learn Spanish because regular verbs are all carbon copy of each other. You know one regular verb for each of the types of verbs there's in Spanish, which are 3, I'll tell now. And you know all the regular verbs. Okay? You know one verb, you know all the regular verbs. Okay? So that makes it very easy. Unlike English. Or French. I don't know how they're... Okay, there. So let's stick to Spanish. So, there are 3 types of verbs in Spanish, depending on what they end on. The last 2 letters. There's 3 types of verbs. The ones that end in ar, the ones that end in er, and the ones that end in ir. Which are the types?
Ar, er, ir.
Ar, er, ir. That's it. So, all the verbs that end in ar will be declined. Do you say declined? Will have the same. The present of all the are verbs, all the regular are verbs, will be exactly the same as any other are regular verb.
Okay.
Okay? So all the er regular verbs will be
the same
as any other er regular verb. Of course, you need to know if a verb is regular or not. And that is like knowing vocabulary. You need to memorize and know how to call this, right? It's not intuitive. You need to know it's called reloj, for example, yeah? So, you need to know what the verb means by its infinitive.
Okay.
No? For example, okay, amar, to love. There you go, yeah? Amar, to love. What type of verb is amar? From the 3 types we said. What are the 3 types of verbs?
It's irregular. Is it?
There's 3 types of verbs depending on what they end on.
Yeah.
Ar, er, ir. So amar is ar, okay? The first type. Yeah. So amar, I love using amar. Haha, I love using amar because it means to love. But I love using amar because it's regular.
Oh, okay.
So it's a model for my students. I always use amar because it's a model and it's easy, it's short and it's easy to memorize. So all the regular verbs ending in ar will be the same as amar.
It will have the same pattern.
Same pattern. That's it. Thank you for that. Yeah. I needed that. Okay. So we have we're gonna set samples. Amar for the R. Comer, which is to eat. Comer, for type of verbs. And admitir,
Admit.
to admit.
To admit.
Yeah, so it's easy for an English speaker. Admit, admitir. How do I know? I see a word there. They throw a word there. How do I know if it's a verb? Normally, because it ends in ar, or ir. It's a verb.
Oh. Okay.
I see that. It's a verb. It's an infinitive.
Okay.
Okay. So, can you use an infinitive in a sentence? Like, I love. I cannot say yo amar. I cannot say that because it's infinitive.
Mm-hmm.
That would sound like Tarzan. In Chinese, they do that. I love you. Okay? But in Spanish, the verb will change for each person who is doing the action.
For every speaker.
So, I love, you love, is the same, right? The
Yeah.
verb doesn't change in English. But in Spanish, it changed depending on the speaker. So, I love will be different. The verb will change from when you say you love.
Mm-hmm.
Which comes in, it's a little more complicated than in English and in Chinese because it changes each time. Though, eventually we're going to take out the pronoun. We're going to take out the I or the you. And you will still be understood. So at the end we say it's only going to be one word. And it's a verb and you know who says it. It's 2 in 1. Comes in handy. Okay, before we go to verbs, I want to check on the pronouns. We need to know the pronouns because I have to say I love, you love, he loves, we love, right? All those.
Okay.
So, I, yo, ¿vale? Yo, yo, yo,
Yo.
yo, ¿vale? Tú,
Tú.
you, tú,
Tú.
tú,
Tú.
tú, you, ¿vale? Yo, tú. He. So before we attack the verbs, we need to know the pronouns, as we were saying, okay? So the pronouns, the I, you, he, we, all those, right? So, I, yo.
Yo.
Yo. You point to yourself. Yo. A Chinese would go, yo. Yes, they point like that. Yo.
Oh.
I.
Yo.
They point to the nose. Yep, it's a Chinese thing. Okay, so yo, and then tú.
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 Tú. Vale, you. Tú. You. The guy there watching, or girl, or other. There. Tú. Vale, yo.
Yo.
Tú.
Tú.
Vale, and then he. Él.
Él.
Okay. She, ella,
Ella.
¿vale? Él for he, ella for
She.
she. She eats, ella. Yeah, okay, there. She, he, él, she, ella, ¿vale? For studying the verb's purpose, we're just gonna stick to él.
Okay.
Okay, to make it, because it could be he, she, it, us masculine, us feminine. You know, all those variations, we can get into them by the end of this video. But let's go to the basic, no? So, yo, tú, él, I, you, he, nosotros, us, nosotros. If it was feminine, if we were both girls, how would it be? Nosotras. Nosotras. Yes, we need to enunciate very much. In Spanish, we don't have halfway vowels, by the way. It's very open, very clear. A, E, I, O, U. Okay, there's nothing in the middle like in French or like in English. There's nothing like that. Okay, a, e, I, o, u, which makes it very easy. Yeah, very clear, very easy. So nosotras, if it was both girls. If it's a guy and a girl, it goes to the masculine form. Yes, Spanish is a sexist language. Yes. If there's a guy present, it's masculine. We, masculine. Nosotros.
What if there were more girls than guys?
If there's one guy, it's masculine.
Oh, okay.
It goes to nosotros.
Okay.
Okay? As long as there's one guy in the group.
Okay.
And he's straight. Because maybe if it... Yeah. They could joke or they could include... You know, for example, that's a good example. All girls, and then there's a guy that he's... Like, identifies as very feminine. They could say nosotras.
Okay.
Halfway joking, halfway through, you know, like, could be, okay? But the rule is, if there's one guy, it becomes masculine.
Okay.
Okay, there. As a group. Okay. So, nosotros, for we. Vosotros.
Vosotros.
Vosotros, with a V. Vosotros. Oh my gosh, I keep on derailing myself. But I need to explain this. In official Spanish, in official neutral accent, there's no V sound.
There's none?
It sounds like a B. Vosotros.
Vosotros.
That's the official neutral correct answer, accent. If you speak with a Catalan, they pronounce the V. If you speak with a Valenciano, they pronounce the V. I personally, I do pronounce the V. Though it doesn't exist. The sound doesn't exist in official Spanish. Just so you know, okay?
But
Though
it's still acceptable when you pronounce
it's totally
the V.
acceptable. Yeah, everyone will understand it and they won't look at you weird or anything. It's common practice, though it's not official. Okay, there. Okay, so vosotros, you guys.
Vosotros.
And if it was a group of... If we're talking to a group of girls...
Vosotras.
Vosotras. Okay, it would be vosotras. Okay? And then they, ellos.
Ellos.
Ellos or...
Ellas.
Ellas. Ellos. Ellas. They. Guys, they, girls. ¿Vale? Ellos o ellas. For purpose of verbs studying, we're gonna go like this. Yo, tú, él, nosotros, vosotros, ellos.
Okay.
¿Vale? I, you, he, we, you plural, they.
Okay.
¿Vale? Yo, tú, él, nosotros, vosotros, ellos. Vale. Woof. Okay. I think we're gonna cut the video in chunks so people can digest it. So this is the introduction to the how to study the verbs, yeah? And in our next video we're gonna see the are verbs, and then the er verbs, and then the ear verbs.